Evening all. Stephen here. Happy Sunday evening. I am smoking. I don't think I've ever smoked this on my channel before. May have done, but a long time ago. It's a dwarf cobbit. Cheers. And in it, I've got some, appropriately, for the time of year, Autumn Evening by Cornell and Deal. Mind that way. Now, one of the reasons I'm smoking this is a recent discovery. Told you many times before that I smoke filtered pipes all the time now. Have done for over 18 months. I suffer with sore mouth trouble. A lot of it is to do with the medication I take as well, which dries my mouth out anyway. And the falling down water as well tends to sensitise the mouth lining, so smoking isn't actually a good idea when you're having a drink, although ironically that's the time when I like it the most. But yes, I only smoke filtered pipes. And then very recently I discovered, because I do own this one of course amongst them, I mean I smoke pipes with a 9mm charcoal filter. I've got 6mm charcoal filters for my cobs. But I do own, from the early days, some unfiltered pipes, not designed to take any filter at all. But a recent discovery has given new life to that. I should have taken the sticker off, but these are little 3mm paper filters. So hollow tubes, highly absorbent paper, a bit like medicos, and they fit pipes like this, not designed to take a filter, and they work quite well. So a combination of these and the little chalk clay filt pads will mean that I'm going to be able to smoke some pipes that I've never smoked on the channel before, but that I've held on to. Cheers, good health, happy Sunday. A beer that needs no introduction, so it's not going to get one. And what I'm listening to, I am going to do this thing with my albums by lesser known artists, or sort of one-off oddities that I have. I haven't been very well these past few days, not very well at all, and I just couldn't get it together for tonight. So comfort music, I stuck on one of my favourite artists, Neil Young, my second favourite artist after Tom Waits, and this is my favourite Neil Young album, On the Beach. It was just the easy option. Now the boy's creeping in here, so I'm going to have to move some stuff. And what I'm doing here is a YABO. And I wanted to come on and do this tonight, even though I'm not feeling 100%, because I've had this box since last Wednesday, I think, and I wanted to open it on camera. It's a box from my good mate Stephen Waters, Cobbett of the Shire, got in touch with me and said I'd like to send you something, which is very generous of him, very kind thought indeed. And so I gave him my address, and here it is. So let's go for it. Go to it. Go with the small blade. I'm not to be trusted. Nice and easy. Nope. Very nice. Oh, right. International Fund for Animal Welfare. I'm all with you on that, Stephen. That's very kind of you, mate. I'm very touched by that. Very kind of you indeed. I'll stick that on the mantelpiece later, but thank you for that. Wow. I'm going to put that down, because I'm going to have an accident. An extremely generous sample. Peterson Christmas Blend 2017. I've not had this, but I've heard an awful lot of good things about it. Whoa! It's like minced pies. Do you have minced pies outside the UK? I don't know, but big thing at Christmas here. Mince pies, candied fruit, Christmas cake. That smells delicious. Oh, well, I'll reseal that properly later to get the air out. I'm really looking forward to that. Wow, I've never had this either. Scudo Navy Deluxe, once again a very generous portion. Spoiling me. Now, and not had this. Beautiful big flakes. HH Pure Virginia. I shall really look forward to that too. As I've mentioned the other week, I've just ordered my first, or just received my first HH tobacco, which is the old Dark Fired. I haven't tried any of the others at all. So that is going to be delicious. I'm going to jar that up, and the Escudo. Because I've got a bad habit of leaving tobacco lying around in bags, which is not ideal, and letting it dry out. I've not had this, but this has been on my list of back tobaccos to buy for the past 2 years, and I've never got round to buying it, so I'm really excited about this one. This is Sam Gowith's Fire Dance Flake. I've wanted to try this for a long time. Berries. Really strong berry scent. That smells delicious. You know, that slightly tangy, sharp berry, not overly sweet. I've had this one. Ennerdale Flake. I won't deny, Stephen, because I know you're an honest, down-to-earth bloke yourself. I had this about 18 months ago. I think I bought myself 25 grams of it. I wasn't, you know, I'm not going to be, it's not being rude, because I love your generosity. I wasn't a fan, but that was 18 months ago. And I'm going to give this a go, and I will do it on camera and see if my opinion has changed of it. Because our tastes change. I was a huge aromatic smoker when I first started. I still am. I mean, 50% of what I smoke is aromatics, but I mean, it used to be nearly everything was aromatic. But now I'm also about 50% plain Virginias, Burleys and the like. So I'm going to give that another go. Bath salts. I'm only teasing. I will do a video with me trying this again for the first time in 18 months. Stephen, that is amazing, mate. I can't believe this Peterson's. Oh, the smells coming off all of this is fantastic. That is incredibly generous. Thank you so much. If I take these off, I might be able to see myself. Thank you so much, mate. That's incredibly generous. Cheers. Thanks a lot, mate. All the best. I'm looking forward to trying them because it's lovely to try a new tobacco, isn't it? Hope you're all well. I'm glowing a bit. I've got a bit of a sweat on. As I say, not been feeling 100%, but goes with getting old, doesn't it? I'm probably going to call this one short. Short for me, anyway. And hopefully I'll be back on track next weekend and put up some more videos. I bought myself a pipe off eBay which should arrive by next weekend, so I'll be able to do a YABO on that. Wasn't one that I intended to, well, no, I'll save the story for when I open it next weekend. You know, feeling unwell is one thing, but another thing is that, especially as I live on my own, or most of the time on my own, and with access to the internet, of course, you've got 24-hour news bombardment, and I spent far too much time looking at the news, and it can actually bring you down. This business with, I don't normally cross into politics, but this business with the journalist Khashoggi and in the consulate in Turkey, it's unbelievable. You know, it makes you, now and again, I think that certain countries in the world are not necessarily like third world countries, but are being run by bloody gangsters. Although I have to say, you know, let's face it, we all know the Saudi government was behind the murder of the journalist. I think the bloody Corleone family would have done a better job of it. A bunch of amateurs. But, unbelievable. I don't want to live in a world where, you know, I don't agree with everything in the press, but I don't want to live in a world where they're not allowed to say what they want to say. Anyway, I better stop before I drift into controversial territory. We've got to value our freedom of speech, you know. I don't live in an ideal country, but you know, we do at least have way more freedom than people have elsewhere, and that's something we need to treasure and nurture. Well, I'll get down off my soapbox now. I think I'll go away and have a lie down. In the meantime, I want to say thanks once again to Stephen Cobbett of the Shire for incredibly generous gift. That has really lifted my spirits, and the lovely note as well. I'm really knocked out by those tobaccos. Even the chance to try Ennerdale again. And one other thing I was going to do was give a shout out to someone who's relatively new to YouTube, although he's knocking up the subscriber count at a fair old rate, because he's a great bloke and you really need to go and check him out. So I'm going to put a link down below in the basement to Dale Piper, John. He's making some great videos now, and he's got his face on camera, because I convinced him if anyone can look at my ugly mug, they can look at his beautiful countenance as well. So go and check Dale Piper out and give him a sub if you haven't already. That said, I'm off now. I wish you all the best for the week ahead. Stay safe, well and warm, and I'll speak to you again next weekend, when I may be back to my usual effervescent self. Cheers. Ta-da.